So you said that biohacking isn't necessarily how the traditional use of the word um, I'm stumbling here, but that basically it's how we figure out the best way for our bodies to heal. Correct?
Yeah. And I think the stumbling really is what a lot of people like. It's just not a word that most people can relate easily to. So I think it's a word that in mainstream has kind of been represented by people that like live off the land, that never make a mistake, that are these like chiseled, no body fat, able to stay in freezing temperatures, humans that don't seem like they are realistic. And what I'm trying to do is show humanity that no matter where you are, the goal of this is to go inside your own body, figure out what is best the next step for you to just go from wherever you are right now to the next place. So whether you're just starting, and I call this the initial phase, the healing phase. And I have about 11 different pillars that I play with of health. And the first 5 or so are when you're just getting out there and you're really ready to take care of your body, what you need to focus on first, and then understanding that that's just the basic foundation. So we can go to levels of performance, which involve more spirituality, more energy medicine, more cutting edge, like really out of the box things that we can do to heal the body or to elevate the body's function that we don't even understand yet. So I say healing, performance, and beyond. And the key piece for all of that is something I've had to learn more recently, which is the importance of connection. And I think connection to the highest version of yourself and connection to your story and connection to others is imperative when we are trying to get ourselves really on that path to the next level.
Okay, so when you're in phase 1 in the healing phase and you're trying to get clarity around what's best for you, and if you're new to this idea, this concept around biohacking, maybe you've seen some influencers on the internet who seem very successful, and they spend all their spare time experimenting with their body, and maybe you're just a regular person and you're like, hey, I'd like to optimize my health, but I don't know where to start. And I certainly don't have the time or resources, to commit to all this. Can you walk us through what's the beginning process? What would it look like for somebody who's like, hey, I want to put my toe into the biohacking space. What do we need to do first? And what should we focus on first?
So to get into that biohacking space, in my opinion, you need to first look at your gut. So that's not as sexy as cold showers and, and doing light therapy. But if our guts are not healthy, then any of these other next level therapies and interventions they're just not likely to have any impact. So when you take a look at your nutritional state and the status and health of your GI tract, understanding that it's a huge surface area, if you haven't worked on getting the bacterial balance there and detoxing your liver and making sure that the lining of the intestine is healthy, that's where you really need to start. Because in this day and age with antibiotic usage and environmental toxins and non-steroidal Advils, like really all of us have issues with our gut lining at this point, unless we have taken a specific attempt to work on it. So I would say always the gut is where we would start.